Alright, back to another album review. Today's review is on Master of Puppets by Metallica. This is the third studio album from Metallica and is a follow-up to Ride the Lightning. The album was recorded at Sweet Silence Studios between September and December of '85. It was self-produced with help from Flemming Rasmussen, who also engineered the album. Andy Robluski helped him with the engineering, and Michael Wagner did the mixing. Mark Wilczak helped him out. And George Marino mastered the '95 reissue, and Howie Weinberg and Gentry Studer remastered the 2017 version. The album was released on March 3rd, '86 on Elektra Records. It has since been reissued multiple times as stated earlier. The latest version was released on Blackened Recordings. And now let's talk about the songs. The intro to this album is Battery. Similar to Fight Fire with Fire, it begins with an acoustic intro, and James Hetfield plays the acoustic guitar. The intro ends as soon as the song goes into thrash metal. The lyrics are about assault and battery, hence the title. The song has been covered by various bands including Deftones, Dream Theater, Machine Head, and Sum 41, among others. Now the next song is Master of Puppets, which obviously shares the same title as the album. Now the song was released as a single on July 2nd, '86. James mentioned that the lyrics are about drugs, that drug users have no self-control, and that the drugs are controlling them. The song has also been featured at the very beginning of Zombieland Double Tap, and I thought that was fucking awesome. Cliff Burton even said that this is his favorite song from the album. That being said, it's also my favorite as well. Little known fact is that Primus covered the song at Woodstock '94. After that is The Thing That Should Not Be. A random line of the song was inspired by the Cthulhu mythos, and even has some influence from Black Sabbath. What's funny is that Primus actually did a cover of the song, and they nailed the shit out of it. When Primus does a cover of your song, then you know you're doing something right. Up next is Welcome Home, Sanitarium. The song was inspired by Ken Casey's novel, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It also deals with a person being forced to stay in a mental institution. Next up is Disposable Heroes. It was made as an anti-war song about a soldier who is controlled by their superiors. That's followed by Leper Messiah. The song calls out televangelists for their hypocrisy by seemingly brainwashing their viewers/followers. This couldn't be any further from the truth, given the fact that televangelists are cult leaders to begin with. We followed up with Orion. The song is fully instrumental and it's meant to highlight Cliff Burton's ability to play the bass guitar. The finale of this album is Damage, Inc. The lyrics are about senseless violence towards an unspecified target. The song itself took inspiration from Deep Purple and even Bach. I should mention that the digital version of this album has 2 bonus tracks, which are live versions of Battery and The Thing That Should Not Be. Jason Newsted plays bass on both songs, and as you can see, my copy does not have those bonus tracks. In order to promote this album, Metallica toured with Ozzy in North America. The next part of the tour was in Europe, when Metallica was supported by Anthrax. Sadly, tragedy struck on September 26 when Metallica's tour bus rolled off the road in Stockholm. Cliff Burton was ejected through the window and died instantaneously. The bus driver was charged with manslaughter but was never convicted. The European leg of the tour was cancelled after that. After returning to San Francisco, Metallica held auditions for a new bassist. About 40 people auditioned, including Les Claypool and Troy Gregory. They ultimately settled on Jason Newsted, who stayed with the band until 2001. When researching this album, I read that it peaked at number 29 on the Billboard 200, and number 7 on the US top rock albums, despite the fact this is a metal album. Critics absolutely love this album, so much so that it has a 95 on Metacritic. Pitchfork and the Rolling Stone Album Guide each gave this album a perfect score, which surprised me considering how much I've ranted about those publications in the past. When it comes to my opinion, I think this is even better than its predecessors. Metallica really outdid themselves. And it's cool seeing that they worked with Flemming Rasmussen a second time. It's sad knowing this was the last album that Cliff Burton ever worked on until his untimely death. And it's still a great album regardless, and I highly recommend it. Now's the part where I question you. Have you listened to Master of Puppets? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? Do you think Jason Newsted was a worthy successor to Cliff Burton? Was it the right decision to work with Flemming Rasmussen a second time? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to notify future videos. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with another review.